So, I teach sketching, I teach rendering, I teach coloring, I teach illustration, I teach about portfolio. Still, my students are like, Ma'am, which batch are you studying in? Bro, I'm not your senior. I am the person who is going to grade you for your life choices. Hi, I'm Shreya. I'm assistant professor. Well, also, I'm a rendering fixer, portfolio therapist, sketching coach. Oh my god, I can give names one by one. Well, jokes apart, today's video is going to be about how hard, how hard it is to be a young faculty in an institution. But also, I feel like it comes with its own pros and cons, right? So, today we are going to do that while we color some of the sketches here. I've already finished one, by the way. I've already colored it. I don't know. I have thing for coloring, I guess. I started this. I have so much more to finish. So let's get on that. I feel like it's equally hard and easy at the same time being a Gen Z young faculty. Also, don't mind me drinking hot water. I'm really sick. Does that stop me from making videos? It won't. Case number one, the struggle of sketching classes. Oh my god. Mind you, the amount of anger issues I have during sketching classes. See, they are students, they have their own things to do, they take their own sweet time. I understand. But when I teach them and they don't do the shit they have to do, I feel so bad for my teachers. I feel so bad for my teachers. I teach body proportions and someone submits me things which look like a superhero met with an accident. Bro, I but fun part is they do learn. The more mistakes they do, the cleaner the lines are, the cleaner the proportions are. So I feel like it's a pro and a con at the same time. Case number two. Sometimes I feel like rendering classes are so hard, especially the portfolio sessions, wherein you have to match your coloring, your sketching exactly how the fabric looks, right? I don't know why the students' work look like weather forecast, wherein mine looks perfectly blended. And knowing that I'm a young teacher, I tend to lose my patience sometimes, but also that that teaches me. Those are the moments which teach me more than the students, I guess, because I feel like I somehow I'm healing myself. I'm working on my, patience to keep up my attitude in front of others. So these are the minute details that I see about myself and how I change as a person. And also, not like my students don't learn, not like my students don't learn about anything. It's just that I feel like somehow I do connect with them very easily when it comes to coloring classes, especially because there is so much going on. There's color theory, there's primary, secondary, tertiary, so much going on. Even though they have learned basics of that in school, when they get to know that these are the things that you apply in fashion, they are just so amazed with that entire concept. But again, there are disadvantages also which you have to look out for. Disadvantage number one, they respect you less than the older generations because I'll tell you why. One, they know that you're a young faculty, right? And two, they treat you way too friendly. And sometimes when you are too friendly with them, they take you for granted. So they're just like, okay, ma'am won't really do anything. I just have to say good morning, ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am, and they'll be fine. that's that's where things go wrong. And there are ego clashes, way too much of ego clashes. I have seen this happening because they can't accept the fact that a person who is few years elder to them is treating them with some type of authority. They don't like that fact, especially Gen Z. Usually we don't like this fact, right? But I feel like no matter what, when you're in an authority, you have to respect them no matter what. Whether, let's say, my principal or my director or anyone for that matter, if they're younger than me, I would still respect them because they're in that position because of certain hard work, because of certain ideologies, because of certain education. And I feel like that shouldn't be taken away from them just because they're young. Disadvantage number two, they won't take you seriously. Trust me, it's so hard for certain students, especially when it's a diploma batch where there is all generation students. It's just not Gen Z. There are married women, there are married men, there are women with kids, and everyone. When they get to know that a person younger than them, or maybe a same age as them, is asking for something in a very strict tone, they can't take it. And they're just like, huh, what is she going to teach me? Huh, what she's going to do about it? It doesn't really work like that, because a teacher is a teacher. Whether it's me, whether it's anyone who is working as a faculty, they are in that position because they got through an interview, because the institution or the academy or the center saw their capabilities and potential, not just because they paid and they got the job. Who would pay to get a job? No, who would pay to get a job? Why? Disadvantage number three. I feel like this is more related towards the institution or the academy or the center. When you don't have a senior faculty or a senior person who is in the same field as you, it is so hard to run the entire course by yourself, especially if you're handling more than two to three subjects. I feel like it's very hard because you don't have a person who guides you through the subjects. Maybe they might guide you regarding entire guidelines or the rules of the institution or the academy, but I feel like when it comes to subject related queries, it's not sorted. And being a young faculty who is very new to that subject or that profession, it's it's very confusing. I would say confusing is the right word. As hard as it sounds, it is still a job that I love the most, because communicating your knowledge, communicating your ideas to another person is a huge thing. Not everyone can do that. And me choosing a profession where I know my communication skills are my most strongest field, and me using it as a career, I felt like it is the most best decision I've ever done in my entire life. You might ask me, you have so many disadvantages being as a young teacher, teaching as a faculty, being so young, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but I still love my job. You know why? Because when I see those tiny improvements in students, I know that I taught them that. And that self satisfaction that I get through that, knowing that I've taught a classroom of maybe 20, 30, 15, 10, it might be even two. If one person is understanding that one concept perfectly, I know I have done my job right. So that self satisfaction, when you get that you are more than what you see yourself as, I feel like that's what makes this job more passionate and more loving. Being a Gen Z faculty is very tiring. It's tiring as hell. But seeing that one student, that confidence in them, the things that you have changed for them and made them a better person is worth all the tiredness. Trust me. And the generational dilemma and the generational trauma. Trust me, I sometimes do not want to break that entire idea of strict old school teacher, because come on, fear has always worked on us, right? It has always made us come on time. It has always made us submit assignments on time. It has always made us keep up our attendance to 75%. Anyways, we are Gen Zs. We do not accept disrespect. We do not accept fear. What we accept is, I am paying this much amount. I want equal value of education for that. And we are not wrong. We are not wrong, or the next generation which is coming up and expecting the same are not wrong. What we as young faculties fail to realize sometimes is, we feel like whatever we went through was right. It was not. Fear is not the way you speak to Gen Z with, because Gen Z expects emotions, the exchange of empathy, the exchange of sweetness, the exchange of friendliness is what Gen Z expect. We are not built for the shout and move on type of teaching style, because we do feel guilty right after shouting. If my students are watching, if I've ever shouted at you, I'm so sorry. Teaching is so close to my heart because I feel like if I ever did it for money, not like I'm getting paid more, but still, if I'm ever doing it for money, I feel like I wouldn't even last like 2 to 3 months in this profession, because teaching should be something where you connect with the other person, because you need to realize this one thing, that the students are literally spending entire day with you. So especially when it's the younger generations, they find teaching or the institutional places as their second home. So you should be in a position where you cannot teach something bad, you cannot teach something controversial, you cannot mind wash them. You need to be in a position where you need to understand all the sensitive points about the students, about the background of the students, everything, because that matters a lot. Because when you try to connect one on one with that person, you need to know everything about that person. I feel like it's just not the students who are learning things and growing, it's also me. That little Shreya in me is still healing, is still growing with the students, because every day is like a new day for me. Every day I learn something new from students, and obviously they learn something, some new topic from me. So this video is for all those faculties who have always been my inspiration and who have always been inspiration for thousands and thousands of students. We all always love you, and knowing that I'm also a faculty right now, I have learned a lot. And on behalf of all the young faculties, students, we love you. I'm so sorry if we have been strict, but we really, really love you. And I feel like with you guys, we are also growing a lot. And thank you for unknowingly helping us grow and unknowingly helping us heal. So, this is my life as a Gen Z faculty who teaches sketching, rendering, coloring, portfolio, and whatnot, while still navigating through whether I'm their teacher or best friend. Welcome to my digital diary, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.